Mm, disgusting. It's always a snake, a dog, a conniving ass bitch boy out here lurking and luring little girls. Aura. Sadly, in a lot of cases, there's always a man that'll hook a young lady on drugs. Ask a druggie who got her on drugs. Ask any druggie who got her on drugs. This is fucking sad. A sick perv has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for raping a 13-year-old girl he hooked on crack cocaine and sex trafficking 2 other women on Long Island. Danny St. Louis, 45, purposely introduced a then 13-year-old Emma Ray Gervasi to hard drugs in an effort to get her hooked, have total control over her, and sexually abuse the preteen while employing the same method to 2 other women he was trafficking for profit, said Suffolk County prosecutors. Gervasi first made national headlines after her father stormed aboard a 56-foot yacht docked at White Cat Marina in Islip and found his missing daughter being sex trafficked. The Bayshore resident pleaded guilty to multiple counts of rape and sex trafficking in May after cops busted the creep in 2024 for trying to sell his victims for sex to an undercover officer. St. Louis began grooming Emma Ray in early 2023 after meeting her through a mutual acquaintance, first providing her with cocaine before graduating to crack cocaine, which she became addicted to, prosecutors said. He then sexually abused her on 3 separate occasions over the course of that year, prosecutors detailed. The abuse continued until October 2023 when Emma Ray ran away from a residential drug treatment facility and was found by police in a hotel room with St. Louis, who was then charged at the time with endangering the welfare of a child and unlawful dealing with a child, which are both misdemeanors not bail eligible in New York. In a separate case, St. Louis victim Emma Ray then went missing again in December 2024, disappearing for 25 days before her father, Frank, rescued her from the yacht, where prosecutors said she had been held captive and repeatedly raped by a group of adult men. It does not appear that St. Louis was one of the men who raped her aboard the yacht. However, just months prior, St. Louis also held a 20-year-old woman captive for more than 2 days at the Radisson Hotel in Hauppauge. At one point, St. Louis accused the victim of stealing crack cocaine from him and forced her to undress, shower, and then have sex with him to repay her supposed debt, and raped her while a co-defendant filmed, okay? With the pair planning to use the video to advertise her to sex buyers on the internet, prosecutors said. Miraculously, the victim was able to flee the hotel and call her family. St. Louis was ultimately arrested 9 days later after he agreed to provide a buyer with sex and drugs in exchange for money. An 83-count indictment charging 11 people with kidnapping, child sex trafficking, and rape for their alleged actions against Emma Ray was unsealed in Suffolk County Criminal Court in Riverhead last year. Cases against 10 of the men accused remain active.